Hello, and welcome back to another very strange day in the arena. Today, I'm recording from a friend's house. Yes, it happened again. Power outage. Lost power at the basement dojo right before the big match. So, stressful time, but I won't let that keep me away from you. So, today's video, we've got red-green werewolves. We've got Tenacious Pup. That's from the new set. Other cards from the new set. The Wanted Cutthroat, Rahilda, which turns into a feral outlaw. An incredible amount of text. First strike when it deals combat damage to a player. Exile a non-land card from the library at random. Any turn you attack with a wolf or werewolf, you may cast that card, and you may spend mana as though it were any color to do so. It has double strike on the backside, so when you hit twice, you get 2 spells. Really sweet card. Excited that's in the set. And then I've got a few just other splatterings. I don't think it matters too much exactly which 4 and 5 mana werewolves you have. All of them are very strong. All of them do a lot of damage. And if you want to craft the new ones, we're trying out Blood Rage Alpha, which when it enters the battlefield, a wolf or a werewolf fight target creature you don't control, a different one. Or you can give a wolf or werewolf in your hand, or say the next wolf or werewolf spell you cast, it fights a creature you don't control. The other fun one is Lupin Harbingers. 3 and a green for the 4/4 trample haste. When it enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters, X is the number of turns you've begun since it was foretold. You don't need the foretold. It comes up sometimes. It's a good way to flip day-night. But for the most part, you just want to play this and smash. So in that way, it's a lot like an Ovenwald oddity with a little wolf tribal thrown in. And when we look at the rest of the deck, the big standout card is Tenacious Pup. Tenacious Pup is an absurd magic card, and it's only an uncommon from the new set. When it enters the battlefield, you gain a life. Yay! It's a 1/2. Yay. But when you cast your next creature spell, that creature enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter, trample counter, and vigilance counter. So the next creature you get is thick and ready to rumble. This card's only an uncommon. Rahilda is a mythic, and then we have 2 rares. So if you're talking about getting into Jumpstart Alchemy, Tenacious Pup makes Wolves a serious contender. I've had tremendous success with this deck. I've been ripping and roaring through absolutely all comers, slashing and bashing, and I think that Wolves is a serious contender now, and it never really was a contender before. So I think that Alchemy, if you enjoy werewolves, is the place that you want to play Wolves, and you just got to get this uncommon little pup. These other cards are optional if you play them good, but you can find other cards to fill these voids. As far as what interaction to have, being really low to the ground seems really important right now. It's a very quick format, very tempo-based. Cards like Fearsome Wolf are very powerful. So my removal of choice, 4 cheapo Play with Fires and 2 cheap Snakeskin Veils, so that we can hopefully just get on the board, do a lot of stuff. Watch the games if you want to see how that plays out. How do you deal with bigger creatures? You kill the opponent. How do you deal with enchantments and artifacts? You kill the opponent. You might also be wondering why there are lessons in the sideboard. So that's because we have a Rahilda. If you don't have a Rahilda, you don't need the lessons. But Rahilda lets you cast cards from your opponent's deck. They might have lesson cards. So you would like to have something to fetch from your sideboard, since you don't get to fetch from your opponent's sideboard. So that's the deck. We're going to play it. It's done really well. There's going to be no outro, but I'll let you know that my win rate in Mythic has been very, very good, and I show you basically all the games that I played here in the video. The next thing I want to just talk about quickly is the power outages, the challenges. I'm a little concerned about what the future will hold, but I've got some really good friends who are giving me a place to stay and setting me up. So the battle with the Cranky Scotsman goes forward. And if you want to support me and support the channel, then please check out the MTG Nerd Girl and CGB tokens at coolstuffinc.com. Hopefully I'll be able to slide online and put a link below in the description. I know the link is in a couple of the other videos I've done lately. Buying that token bundle supports me a lot. It's one of the best things you can do for me right now. So thank you to everybody who's been so supportive. And no outro, because I'm just recording this and uploading it fast to keep the streak alive. So let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin. All right, let's go. This hand is something. Man, do we play turn 1 Pup and hope to draw the red source? I feel like we should get day-night going, so I'm going to take a line that gets the naturalist down early, although the opponent, no lack of turn 1 play. Oh god, we drew what would have been the perfect card too. Let's think. I think it's like this. Okay, no snakeskin veil. Was a little worried. Strong. Now if we flip them, it's real strong. Oh, bye. Man, snowball format, let's go. These aggro decks. Masquerade, different faces on parade. On the play, we'll give it a try. No 1-drop or 2-drop is pretty bad, but we get to kill their first play, and then play some bosses of our own. We could take 3 there if we thought we'd kill a 1-drop with Play with Fire, but let's just say that's not on my agenda. It's a good draw. Right on time. I guess turn 1 would have been a little better, but we'll take him. Alright, what you playing here? Harvester, sure. First thing to die. Let's play you. Super jacked. Draw a card, seems good. Oh man, that has haste too. Oh man. Oh, it's getting feisty in here. 4/4 trample haste card. Opponent with some little nerds. Go away. This is why we play so many 1-mana spells, by the way. Give it to him. That has trample. The one thing you shouldn't block. Oh, Lord. That's enough wolves to flip it tonight, by the way. Pest summoning? God, I hope they play that. I'm gonna... Oh, no. Your chump blocking is pointless. And then we play this, trample haste. Oh my goodness. What a bloodbath. 2-pack leaders, Stormseeker, great mana, an Arsonist on top. We're on the draw. Let's see if the opponent gets ahead of us here. We also don't have a way to kill one of those dragon whelps if we play dragons, but island seems good for us. Blue-white. What do you got? Okay. No Jawari disrupt me. Revitalize. Hullbreaker Horror deck? Or the Croakies deck? Probably the Croakies deck. Alright. I think I saw a tweet from him that had something with... What was in that deck? There was a lot of the perpetual cost reduction. How did it win? I think it had like... Did it have a Leer and a Horror? Yeah, like the really low win con stuff. I think so. So I think here we're going to go for the Ranger class. Don't play into the Jawari. It also stays on the board despite Divine Purge, which is a card we have to be wary of. We get Wolf Token. Revitalize number 2. So there's a few ways this could go. The Huey Jensen version had Cemetery Protector. If they have 4 mana open, that's a scary card. Okay, another Ranger class. So, you gotta be feeling the counter spells, and we have these haste threats that are great when we can get them to tap out. Let's level the Ranger class. Also, if they have Cemetery Protector, it's a bit of a blowout, but we'll be okay. Who gets a counter? I guess we'll put it here in case of Fading Hope or Divide by 0 bounce spells. Take it all, huh? So we could play this and get this countered. They might want a Memory Deluge, so let's try. Yes, there's 4 of them, so you should probably sweep the board if you can. Honestly, werewolves usually give blue-white headaches because of the day-night cycle, but we haven't drawn any day-night cards. Okay, they can't Doomscar. They purge. All right, they're tapped out, though. Really could have used a land right there. But this does start day-night cycle. It does get a +1 counter. And they are down to 9. It is a big headache for them. Interesting. I wonder if they're thinking about destroying one of the classes, I think, and I'm trying to figure out what card would do that. Maybe Divide by Zero's on their mind. Rope comes out. Opponent evaluating every permanent I have on the battlefield. They revitalize on their turn to keep day-night in check, which is a good move. And then I'm guessing this is a Divide by Zero. But we'll see. Oh, Foretell? Foretell. Opponent says do your worst. Let's do it like this. Probably a Doomscar, so playing a pack leader here doesn't achieve nearly as much as leveling a class. If only I had 1 more damage, huh? I guess it's not that big of a deal. Now that we have the leveled ranger classes, any of our hasty threats are super lethal. So, Doomscar now, and they have all blue sources to fight back with. They probably need another white for like a Fateful Absence, but they could run Fading Hope. I just don't think this version does. Look at those manual taps. Gotta get it just right. Here comes Lear. Lear revealing Revitalize. Volatile Arsonist, if it isn't interacted with, will probably kill him. Let's see, you go up to 7, you put the counters here, here, here. They have to block here, then they take 3. What else can we do? If we play another Stormseeker, and they revitalize and go up to 7 and block the largest creature, and we kind of even out everything, then they take 5 and die, right? What does leaving the extra mana do? Play a pack leader? I guess we can give the pack leader haste, but it enters the battlefield tapped, so that's not a good move. I feel like we should use the 5 mana. They haven't perpetually reduced anything, so a Divide by Zero shouldn't do it. If they kill this, then they have to chump block the Stormseeker, right? No, then they still die. Also can't be countered, but, you know, they find ways to interact regardless. All right, 1 target creature, 1 target player. 1 target planeswalker, we'll submit 0 on that. Let's put a counter here. Let's put a counter here. The Arsonist is by far the thing that they most want to interact with. And we'll see if they can survive. Good game. It's Revitalize. I don't have my cool emotes to use. Wolves take it. When I play blue-white, the thing I want to play against the least, honestly, is werewolves. It should be a good matchup for us if we draw close to well. 89%. Can't lose. Can't lose, we'll drop so fast. On the play, pretty good hand. We get to go Naturalist into Tovolar to see if the opponent is able to put up defenses. They had something there, Portable Hole. I think it's a Portable Hole. You saw the stick, right? I guess we'll make them have it, but... Plus, if they play Portable Hole, they don't play a 2-drop. So that's good enough reason to play it anyway. Here comes Tovolar. See if they have interaction for that as well. Sungold Sentinel. Interesting. So Blood Rage Alpha, when it enters the battlefield, werewolf or werewolf fights a creature you don't control. When you cast your next wolf or werewolf, it gains fight a creature you don't control. They want this trade. I think the right play is this. And having Tovolar fight the Sentinel, it would just be a trade, and we don't want a trade. We're too busy crushing hopes and dreams and drawing cards. We need to leverage Tovolar as long as we can. Ugh. People missing land drops and still playing Aspirant, and so sad. So sad. Let's go this route. Seems good. Kill it. Okay, land off the top. And we'll see. I feel bad. I feel bad for the people who still believe in Luminarch Aspirant. Man, people love this card too. I do think it's one of the harder nerfs. I would take this one back if I could. And here's the thing with digital-only formats, maybe they will take this back. That's something a lot of people don't talk about. Maybe we're in the dark month where they totally nerfed Aspirant, took it too far, and then it comes back next month. We'll see. That's the fun thing about it. We wait and see what they do. Oh man, we're on the play, but we don't have a 1-drop. Well, we'll settle for Ranger class. Courtesy tap so it doesn't hold priority. Veteran. Ow! I don't know if Tovolar will carry us. It depends on what they play here. If it has like 3 toughness or more, okay. Let's get it going. What could they have for 2 white? I think that they're just taking a break in their curve. Hell yeah, card draw. Card draw in green. Who knew it could be this easy? Blue. Linvala. What do we do about that? I guess Snakeskin Veil wants to rumble. We can level the class. That's a pretty good move, right? They might double block this. If I attack with both, they'll probably go block. When I play the Veil... if they block with both, that's fine, right? They have no creatures. What if we just put a counter on Tovolar and put it to them and not use the Veil here? Although the Veil might get countered. If they're playing party, they're going to run Consecrated Defense, so we want to get it cast. So let's try to walk into the blocks we think they'll make and get the Veil cast. We also don't have to take 3 from their Shattered Skull Smashing. Oh, they're going to take it all. Wow. Let's see if we can draw some removalage. Little play with fire? No? Okay. We did draw a non-pain land, though. This gives us 3 wolves, which means we can go trample. All kind of tramples with Tovolar next turn. Trying to think of what the party deck will do. Inquisitor Captain here. Voice of the Blessed. Yep. Okay. Okay. Luminarch Aspirant is trying to have its revenge. And they're going in on this Voice of the Blessed. We get to transform. Another Shatterskull Smashing is really good. But not until we get rid of the Limvala. We can put the counter here so that this block isn't very good. Yeah, they're definitely going to be able to protect the Voice of the Blessed with the Limvala. And that's a big problem. But if we play this, it's another pump. Man, we gotta be careful about double spelling. It'll flip Day-Night back, but as long as we have Tovolar, it'll flip back anyway. If we attack with this, they'll block here, go Indestructible, eat it. Let's go with these. The extra mana would have been handy, though. Maybe I'm supposed to attack with that Lord, but I feel like the Lords are going to do a lot of work here. The opponent has to block at some point. And this Limvala, once it's gone, the Shatterskull Smashings become playable. We've got a double block. Or do we? We can give Trample as well. We've got the mana for it. Everybody into the block zone. Interesting. So we have another Tovolar. Is the opponent going to sack this Limvala? They definitely are, right? So what's the right play? If we make this a 7, it won't kill anything. So playing the Veil isn't any good. Because they're going to go indestructible. So the best thing to do is probably to give Trample to this wolf and draw a card. But is that better than just getting another wolf? Probably not. All right. So now, do we double spell? If we double spell, we flip. I think I'm supposed to play another Tovolar, though. How are we getting through the Voice? That's going to be the question. We need to make all these things big again next turn. And Tovolar, by flipping again, is an important part of that. So hopefully they don't have removal for this Tovolar. If they had removal, I think they would have played it before. And hopefully they don't have another Limvala to rerun that whatever the hell that just was. All right, Pyre. They'd have to sack an Angel to get a Limvala. Oh, they can get an Apparition here. Man, maybe I should have attacked with that. Oh, okay, they get Valk. Okay, that's 6 in the air. That's a lot. But we're going to flip everything over again and try to find the line that kills their stuff, because they don't have a Limvala. They play a tapped Mimic. Tapped Mimic implies they have something pretty epic to do with all this mana next turn. That's scary. Nobody tramples on their own just yet. What's the creature they want to kill the least? This wolf, so we'll probably put the token there. Although if we put it here, they have to multi-block the Tovolar. But we're going to make this sweet, sweet mana for the smashing later. Gosh, they're still at 16. So much work. But we've got to kill the Voice of the Blessed this turn. It's not going to get better. We should be able to do that if they engage in any kind of block. You might have seen, like, Werewolves versus Clerics in the last format, but not in, like, Mythic, not in like real tier 1 level play. This is exciting stuff. Like, this game is very interesting. Oh my goodness. Look at this block. Look at this block. 4. Okay, if we draw land, we have to draw land here. And then the Shatterskull Smashing gets epic. Come on. Wow. Actually missed. So we have 5 points. It's not enough to kill both. All right. Man, that sucks. Ooh. I wonder how bad of a mistake that will be. I'm going to set Tenacious Pup up for next turn instead of getting the counter now. We're going to play Pack Leader. Then we're going to play Tenacious Pup. No, let's just play 2 Pack Leaders. Let's finish the Voice. The Valkyrie could definitely get out of hand from here, but let's make sure the Voice dies. And we can actually play all of these. I want the counter on the Reckless Stormseeker. They're at 6. Let's see if they can get enough life to pop off with Valkyrie. Okay, double Valkyrie. Now they sack one and they get a captain, right? And they try to hit a Glasspool Mimic. Let's see. Let's see the pop off. When I do this, I whiff. Like, I hit cards that don't work to continue the cycle. I don't hit second Valkyrie or Mimic. All right, they hit Skyclave Apparition. That's really good. That stops the day-night cycle, and they go up to 13. We draw Play with Fire. Now, if I had held up the Snakeskin Veil for the Skyclave Apparition, I could have still had Tovolar. So probably a mistake playing the pup here. This gets an extra counter. Opponent has done a good job playing around Snakeskin Veil throughout the game. I'm going to put a counter on the Naturalist because I think it's what they want to block the most. And I want to make sure this Valkyrie dies. So let's see how they block. Also, they might leave themselves dead to the Play with Fire. I mean, they're trying to make the nicest blocks possible, but I think that's going to get them dead. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, they're dead to that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11. Any life gain on the board I'm missing? I don't think so. In case I mismathed, I'm just saving it. I'm just saving it till the very, very end here. Because I could also kill the Valkyrie, but let's kill the Cleric player's face. All right, that was a game. That was a big time game. On the play, let's go. And 2 colors. It's my birthday or something. We do want to draw a 3rd land really bad, but you got to put the faith in the deck. Uh-oh, Bat Pet. Sorry. Jwari Disruption. Okay. Against control decks, an early Kessig Naturalist on the play can be a real pain, because now they have to play stuff on their turn. They hate that. Take 3. Fateful Absence? Wow. Oh, wow. They really hated that. Okay. So, do we give them the Hasty Business? Do we play the Tenacious Pup Ranger class? If they flip it tonight, these cards are so much better. I think we go for the double. And I think they'll have to pass at some point. Like, they would love to divide something by 0 next turn, probably, because that's a good way to keep spells going on their turn. They can divide on their turn, get a Sciences, cast Sciences on their turn, hold something up, but now it's nighttime. So if they want to divide, we can punish them because we can keep it on nighttime. All right. In that case, let's level the class, because they would love to divide, I'm sure. They'll have to tap their mana eventually. Yep, divide ranger class, sure. Sure. But we're already on the nighttime, so let's see what happens next turn. If they sciences and something else, they can flip it back. Nice. Oh, they hold mana up. Okay. Is that another divide by 0? It might be. Play around Jawari here. They've already played 2. I think we should anyway. Pre-combat, get an idea what they're cooking with. Also, they're probably wary about dividing it because they don't know if we can replay it again or not. Yep, double divide, easy. Okay, now they can flip the day-night if they double sciences, but then they tap out, and we get to play Tovolar and draw a bunch of cards. Okay, Purge. And they flip day-night. That's really good. Like, that's what they needed. So we want a double spell here. Do we Stormseeker or Tovolar? I think playing one of these Tovolars is good. If they have another Purge, they'll use it. And it is something they do have to deal with. And when we have 2, we're okay with the first one getting dealt with. Also, with the Ranger class already down, next turn we can level the class, put a counter on the Stormseeker, and hit him. 4 mana? What you doing? Are you a Key to the Archive gamer? Teferi. Probably means they're a Key to the Archive gamer.
Great time mage? You have to put in the hours.
Okay.
Second there. Who's counting?
Revelry. Gross. Alright, so we do have Trample on Tovolar, so we get to draw a card. Or put a ton of pressure on Teferi. We also have Helena and Alana. Holy crap. That's pretty good. Like, this can hit for so much. We should probably kill Teferi, though. Trample. They forget Trample. I didn't have to attack the wolf. That was a little oopsie, I think. I did not have to send the wolf there. Alright, if they had a sweeper, would we have seen it last turn? Maybe not if they have a Revelry. Let's see what they've got. They definitely can't let this board sit the way it is, though. They'll die a hideous death. Voila, planes. Key to the Archive. Okay. Okay. They're gonna die. You're gonna die. What's the best way to deal a ton of damage? Probably the Stormseeker? I mean, do we just want to send it now? I guess if they do find Day of Judgment or something like that, and Wrath will feel pretty bad about sending Stormseeker, let's do this. So, if they spend a ton of their mana on the on sweeping the board, then they still have to Field of Ruin the Den. If they're able to do that, we still have the Stormseeker to get him for lethal next turn. And it's nighttime. Actually, we have 2 Storm Seekers now. Interesting, they tap their Field of Ruin. There's the Day of Judgment. But why did they tap their Field of Ruin? Oh, they have another. Good reason. Good reason. All right. What you got? What you got? Drawing that snakeskin veil might also be messed up. Game. Tovalar, doing whatever Tovalar does. The veil is scary, but if we top deck a land, we're in good shape. It's a land. Ow! Opponent also playing the veil. Let's see if it's a mirror. It is. Ooh, and you've got the first striker. That's a brick wall. That is a brick wall. If we go for a double block and they have a removal spell, it's like game over, man. Let's see what they do here. One way or another, they get cards. At least we make them use their removal spell on something cheap. Oh, good. They didn't have it. I mean, that's basically having it. All right, Tovalar, let's go. But they did miss their land. They did miss their land. A lot of howling in this particular showdown. They found their land. And they slash. And now they get to attack and they basically get a card. But we get to counterattack for a card. They hit a Shatterskull Smashing. Does it say cast? During any turn you attacked with a wolf, you may cast that card. Okay, not you may play that card. So they would have to cast the Shatterskully Shattery side. Tovalar Part 2. We'll see if they have another slash, but we do get to draw a card. And we are going to get to play Arsonist next turn, so things are looking good. Wow, light up the night. All right, they're going to keep attacking. We'll take it. I mean, obviously, it's not a good to chump. It's still daytime, unfortunately. I wonder if we want to set up the Arsonist to come out on nighttime. Because we could play Pack Leader. Also, it would grow the Pack Leader. We could play Pack Leader, level the class, play another class here, and once again be in a spot where we could try to double block this and see if they hold back and then play the Arsonist. Or we can just slam the Arsonist and hope everything's fine. But I think things could get better for the Arsonist if we wait. Also, we get this double spelling out of the way, which we don't want to do if we're turning off nighttime. So the exiled cards, right now our own Tovalar could come out if they hit us with the... They probably have their own Tovalar anyway, right? Is that even the best play for them, a vanilla 3/3? Probably not. Yeah, if they attack us, I think we just take it. So if they play our Tovalar, good. Take 3. Ouch. Oof. Attack. Wow. No blocks. This is the part where, like, oh god, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Should still be able to handle it, but it's so good. Oh. Smashing for smashing. Interesting. How many smashings did they... Oh, that was the one that they took from me. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, how many smashings could they have drawn there when they missed a land drop? dead.